Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Pleasure to share and discuss energy issue, the part of series independent survival on Mars. As we know, to colonize on other livable planets will encounter many difficulties, such as on Mars. The primary problem to colonists is how to get possibly cozy temperature, not like on Earth, for the just enough for survival. Energy is fundamental. As an interdisciplinary engineer, I research what I can touch and accomplish the paper Zero Carbon Emission based on carbon-free water power grid. The distinctive technologies and and solutions also suitable to construct Mars power grid. Now, let's do some review. The left, they are Caltech converter train, and together with electric machines, inertia converter station we get, and if inertia is unnecessary, substitute with transformers or an integrated transformer, then we get the upper left DC transformer. The two topologies left can we can get extremely high voltage DC, even 100 more than 100 million volt. Inertia converter station can provide inertia to stabilize AC grid during power conversion. Energy farms and extremely high DC power pipeline are distributed around the globe. The former collect non-carbon energy. The latter gathers remote power via DC transformer and transmit it. As to energy storage, we can choose battery, pump, hydro, and so on. And here, multi-function energy storage as that down left is particularly recommended. And transformer set the integration of two electric machines can enhance grid inertia with its innate inertia and not compact on DC line. Now we modify this world power grid configuration and we get the grid that suits Mars. The only difference is there's no oceanic, no hydro. And extremely high voltage DC power line constitutes the backbone of a global power grid on Mars. With Mars grid, the colonists can gain sufficient energy for good life, including founding independent industry, not dependent on Earth anymore. Now let's discuss the emergent simple viable technologies. First, energy collecting devices. Second, gathering system. Third, energy storage devices. Firstly, Caltech Inertial converter station composed of converter train and transformer sets. The right side of the left synchronous generators are the must. For comparison, the two existing converter stations are listed here. The left own the former owns many advantages. The first is PAF can provide inertia to enhance AC resiliency. The latter two can't. Second, smooth inertia conversion output same wave continuous analog value contains no harmonics. SCR converter output rectangle wave switch value. Hence, has to connect star data transformer, and the final output contains pretty much harmonics. Modular multi-level converter output there's wave approximate same. Connecting star transformer is okay. The final output contains a bit harmonics. Third, ultra high transform ratio because of chain design. For example, 10 millivolt to 10 kilovolt. How many stages of transformation is needed with the traditional method? We don't know, but only one stage is okay with inertial converter station. For insulation design is not a trouble anymore. Why? Electric machine only bears voltage less than 15 kilovolt, not the whole. But in the conventional converter station, transformer has bear the whole 10 million volt. While control circuit of inertial converter station are much simpler and consume power, quite less power. Much higher reliability and efficiency can be gained, especially when thick power electronics is popularly applied. 8. Modularization design lets necessary smaller. By virtue of transformer set, powertrain of renewable energy power plants can be upgraded. Type 1 to 5 of wind power plant come from HPP definition. Transformer converter induction generator can't let PV and type 1 to 4 contain and provide inertia to grid. Type 5 is still a proposal till now. That is to say, it hasn't popularized because of STC, speed torque converter. Speed torque converter here usually means that kind of mechanical or hydraulical. But with transformer sets, PV type 1 to 4 provide inertia to grid, and type 5 becomes viable with electrical STC, speed torque converter. These upgradations is only to AC grid for local connecting. For remote power, I mean that of non-carbon. DC transmission is recommended and should begin with power plant. Should begin with power plant, rectifier, DC transformer, DC transmission line, inertia finally inertia conversion and local grid. As to transform set, the additional advantages can adjust the read power factor in real time, prevent reactive current harmonics, even short current, from being transmitted along the read line. Now, my dear ladies and gentlemen, maybe you wonder why I am set inertia and transform set here. For grid, AC grid, when renewable energy proportion rises, it becomes more and more unstable. The well-known case is South Australia blackout. Undoubtedly, we prefer non-carbon energy, but discarding thermal power at the same time seems killing grid inertia. So the viable solution is transform state substituting transformer. Though adding water inertia or condenser has been suggested by quite a few scholars. Now let's discuss energy storage on Mars. Why store energy? Because power demand peak value may be regular and can be foreseen, but the supply count and irregular. Though Mars grid can reach almost everywhere, anywhere. And moreover, any energy shouldn't go to waste. Batteries' advantage is light, less weight. So the cost of carriage from Earth to Mars is less. The advantages of steel flywheel, ultra long lifetime, no volume decline, lower manufacturing cost. This multi-function energy storage device contains transform set. The energy loss will be probably less than 1% per day. Technology of wind power plants seems mature, but if using the existing to mass will result in much higher cost. Breakthrough of technology of water turbine has been acquired via innovative research and owns quite a few incomparable advantages. Wind intake is adjustable, so much higher intake efficiency can be gained and make vertical turbine speed faster, at least 2.5 times. Lower cost is mainly up to aluminum as the main material. Modularization will reduce the expenditure of carriage and installation, and gain the expected height. The essentially improved vertical turbine also owns in comparable reliability, safety, particularly environmental, no bird killing, and safety. Killing birds result from blades of horizontal turbine. The improved vertical. So the improved vertical fit for almost any place on both Mars and Earth, and particularly for installation on tops of buildings of family, office, factory, and so on. If direct connecting AC local grid type 5 powertrain is the most optional, Now let's discuss DC transmission line. Overhead line is popular on Earth at present, but it will result electromagnetic pollution, electric shock, failures by bad weather, and so on. While on Mars, is unnecessary to vary the all later, and for extremely high voltage on Mars, it is possibly suitable. Power pipeline can avoid those disadvantages and bear much higher voltage. Now, I guess it's necessary to introduce a new kind of breaker. The new breaker is a pure soft switch with no electric arc at any time. Please note that it's not based on power electronics. Next year, the second part, series of independent survey on Mars, let's discuss. And maybe particularly introduce a different kind of Hyperloop. The next generation is drivetrain integrated with hybrid maglev is quite distinctive from those existing. Elon Musk's Hyperloop DT, Richard Branson's version Hyperloop, and
2-minute warning.
Okay, I know. So, let us consider the new business co-founders, as co-founders, sponsor, investor, salesman, etc. Our opportunity and business scope will cover the component of future, great future, the next generation Hyperloop, innovative industry, and so on. If you have the proposal or ambition, please let's us come together. Please really contact me via email or LinkedIn. Okay, questions, please. Thank you. Questions?